On the deck. Okay. On the
Hello friends, Namaste. Good morning or good evening everyone. This is Lavanya, I live in Australia. So I'll be the host for this session with divine blessings of Dr. Brahmashi Subhash Patreji and Swarnamala Patreji. Let us start our today's session. I would like you to welcome back to the Divine Breath YouTube channel, a PSSM Australia initiative of Pyramid Spiritual Society movement. Please do subscribe the Divine Breath YouTube channel. So last week, we have started about Upanishads. So let me just give you a recap. So the word Veda means knowledge. And the 4 Vedas are thought to express the fundamental knowledge of human existence. Upanishads are considered the end of Vedas, Vedanta. So there are 180 to 200 Upanishads, but the best known are 13, which are embedded in 4 Vedas known as Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda, Atharvana Veda. Rig Veda is the oldest Veda. Coming to Upanishads, there are 13 Upanishads, which are known as of now, which have the scripts. They are Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Chandogya Upanishad, Taittiriya Upanishad, Aitreya Upanishad, Kausitaki Upanishad, Kena Upanishad, Kata Upanishad, Isha Upanishad, Svetasvatara Upanishad, Mundaka Upanishad, Prashna Upanishad, Maitri Upanishad, Mandukya Upanishad. So Brihadaranyaka and Chandogya Upanishads are the oldest Upanishads. Every Upanishad tell about Brahman. So the main teachings of Upanishads are 6 Mahavakyas. The first one is Aham Brahmasmi, I am the Brahman. Second one is I am Atma, self is divine. Third one is Tattvamasi, you are that. Fourth one is Prajnanam Brahma, knowledge is Brahma. The fifth one is Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma, entire universe is Brahman. The sixth one is I am Soham, natural moment of breath. So today we are going to discuss about Mandukya Upanishad in detail. So with that, let me welcome our speaker, Prasanna Medisetti from Houston. Welcome, Prasanna ma'am. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Lavanya, for a brief, crisp and clear summary of the last class, what we have discussed. I always passionate to listen your summaries. Okay. Yeah. Before we go actually jump into the Mandukya Upanishad, we will have some recap or whatever the things are. We will just reiterate some of the points. Like we said, Vedas are knowledge, right? Just now we heard. And as I told that Vedas are divided into the 4 parts: Samhitas, Brahmanas, Aranyakas, and Upanishads. These are the 4 parts of the thing. So Upanishads are the end part of it. And all the Vedas are talking about 2 types of knowledge. One is about the ritualistic knowledge, So ritualistic knowledge will be used in order to get your personal or a materialistic gains. Okay, if you do that, it might happen. If you do this, so this knowledge is called the lower knowledge, because that is going to useful only in this particular world. Okay, the other knowledge is the Upanishadic knowledge, which is the higher knowledge. It talks about self and your transient states, your awareness, all the things will be talked in the Upanishads. So this is called the higher knowledge. So we are learning the higher knowledge. We are here to talk about, or we are here to learn about the higher knowledge. So although some of the Upanishads might talk about the ritualistic portions, but mostly we will talk about the ultimate Brahman, all the about the ultimate Brahman, we will say. So here Vedas, as you know, they were not written, right? They were not written. They were culture. They were heard in meditation. Vedas came from for the rishis and all. They were heard in the meditation. So as the Upanishads also. So they were heard in meditation, and then it was discovered by the sages. Okay, and then Vedas were followed by Puranas, Ashtadasa Puranas. And then we call the Itihasas, Mahabharata and Ramayana, which are called Smritis. First one, these are called Smritis, which are created by the human, because they remember what has happened or what is and they have written, right? So that is the thing. And so this all together, this religion and this philosophy, whatever that we have, are together we call it as Sanatana Dharma. Whatever. So this is Sanatana. It's not just the one religion. It is the Sanatana Dharma that we talk about it. Okay, who has written? Because the Upanishads, which were written in a Sanskrit, if you see, right, you may not able to get anything, because each one can be interpreted in a different way. Upanishad, if we take that Mandukya Upanishad that we are going to discuss today, it has got 12 mantras, just 12 mantras. Just in one text we can complete all the 12 mantras. That is it. But 12 mantras we cannot. We are unable to interpret it, or we are unable to do how it is going to, how we can understand. So the one who has given us all the knowledge is Shankaracharya. Shankaracharya has written the commentaries on the 10 principal Upanishads. Out of 13, he has written the 10 principal Upanishads. He has written the commentary. So in that, he has contemplated, he has given all the speculations, how we have to concentrate on this, how the philosophical inquiry that we have to do it, how we have to do that non-devotional or a non-ritualistic way, how we have to do it. All the things were written and he has given. So he is our thing. The Shankaracharya is the one who has written the things. He made us clear about these things. Okay. So when we go to these Upanishads, as I told you, there are non-ritualistics we are going. So we hear the question comes again for the people. So we are all doing all these things. We are doing so many pujas, so many chantings, all the things. Are all these things are waste or what? What we are supposed to do it? There are 4 ways to reach to that ultimate Brahman. It is not the ways. There are 4 ways to reach. Whatever that we are doing daily is the Karma Yoga. That we are all doing it. Okay. So that is the Karma Yoga. And the next one is the Bhakti Yoga. So do worship the God in any form that you like. Some may worship Krishna, some may worship Rama, some may worship Jesus, and some may worship Muhammad Pravakta. Whatever the way you feel it, worship it. So that is the Bhakti Yoga. Next one is meditate, contemplate, meditate on the things. That is the Raja Yoga. And the next one is the Gnana Yoga. So know the things, what exactly it is, know the knowledge. So this is a Gnana Yoga. All the 4 ways, we have all the 4 ways. All the 4 ways are right. And again the question comes, which way is we have to follow? Not one. We have to follow all 4. Not just one. Just one may not be. So if you after following all the 4, you may reach to a point where this is for my way. So once you got this is my way, you can follow that way and reach the God. If you just follow the Karma Yoga, you can reach the God. If you just follow the Bhakti Yoga, you can reach the God. If you follow the Raja Yoga, you can reach. And if you follow just the Gnana Yoga also, you can follow. But the thing is, one without the other, right? So Gnana Yoga, you have read so many books. I have read so many Upanishads, so many Itihasas, Puranas. If you cannot contemplate or if you cannot experience that in your life, then there is no use of that knowledge. If you are meditating hours and hours together, but you are not doing your karma yoga, you are not doing a nishkama karma or anything, then there is no use. Okay. So you have why Bhakti Yoga is important. Bhakti Yoga is important. The reason is we are in the human form. We are in just the human form, right? So when we are in the human form, it is easy for us to worship the God is also in our form. That's why the God and so many yogis are coming in a different in a human forms and trying to teach us. So that is the easy way. Sakara way is the easy way to reach to that ultimate Brahman. So that is the way. If you follow a one particular God or anything, he will show you the path. If you follow one yogi or one guru, he'll show you the path. So he'll show you the path, what is the next stage of it. So likewise, so all the four are important. You cannot say that, okay, because I'm doing a meditation, I am a greater than you. I'm greater than who was doing that puja and all. So everybody can reach their own way. Everybody, or you can do all the four yogas in your thing and you can do it. So Shankaracharya gives knowledge, the gnana, right? Gnana or knowledge, the highest seat. He says we should have that knowledge. In order to do that, Gnana Yoga, he has given the highest stage. Whereas Ramanuja, if you take, who is the guru of that Visishtadvaita, if you are taking, he has given, he says the action first, and then Gnana comes next. And above all is the love towards everything. So that is what he says. Shankara kept the knowledge as the first, preceded by the Bhakti Yoga, and then preceded by Raja Yoga. Okay, so Karma Yoga, first one is the Karma Yoga, right? Action. So purification of the mind. Whenever you are doing a right action, your mind will get purified. Once your mind got purified, with the purification of that mind, if you do that meditation, what will happen? You will have the distractions of the mind will be calmed down. That will happen in the meditation. So once your mind is purified, once your distractions were calmed down, and also you are in the Bhakti Yoga, automatically some of your guru or the Lord, whoever is following, you will be showing the path of that Gnana Yoga also, where in the Gnana Yoga, what will happen? It removes the ignorance of the mind. Here in the Karma Yoga, the mind is getting purified. Whereas in the Raja Yoga, the distractions of the mind are calmed down. So those distractions were not there anymore. So that is in the Raja Yoga. Whereas in the Gnana Yoga, what is happening is it is removing the ignorance of your mind. Whatever that we thought, right? That ignorance is actually getting removed in this Gnana Yoga. So so in the Gnana Yoga, we are starting with the Gnana Yoga. So these Upanishads are in order to go through it. So we are starting that Gnana Yoga here. So this is a journey. Which journey? It's a spiritual journey that we are doing. What is the spiritual journey? Remember, spiritual journey is not in time or not in space. That we have to remember. It's not a journey from one place to another place. Spiritual journey, we are saying journey, right? So where are we going? Journey means where are we going? Are we going from one place to the another place? We are not going. Suppose if you are worshipping the God, Bhakti Yoga, they may say that here you are, after death, you may be going to the heaven. I'm not saying that heaven is there or not. It is a state where actually whatever the things that you have done. So that is the difference. But spiritual journey is not that. It is not talking about after death you will go somewhere or after something like that. It is not about the space. It is not the journey from one place to the another. As well as it is not in time also. So it is not in the time, when will I see the God? So after death, you can see the God when you go to the heaven. So that is not about it. Spiritual journey is about now. It is talking about now. You can see that Atman, you can see that Brahman now, because that Brahman is there everywhere and anywhere. All the time, right here, right now, you can see that Brahman once you experience this, or once you contemplated, once you experience this Upanishads, once you are internalized these Upanishads, what they are saying is you can see that Brahman right now, right here, which is there everywhere and anywhere. It is not limited to your time, or it is not limited to your space. So what is the spiritual journey then? The spiritual journey is from ignorance to knowledge. We are in the ignorant stage. So the spiritual journey we are taking from the ignorance to the knowledge. So the knowledge about, what is that knowledge? Is that knowledge about our computer science, or is the knowledge about our physics or math or medicine? It's not. It is the knowledge about you. It is the knowledge about your Atman. It is the knowledge about the Brahman. So that is the spiritual knowledge. The journey, spiritual journey is the knowledge where it is taking from your ignorance to the knowledge. Here I'll say you one example, before we go there, right? Existence first or the knowledge first? Which one is the first? Existence or the knowledge first? So you feel that existence is the first, the knowledge is the next, right? Knowledge is the next object of awareness. So here you have that it is existence is there, whether you are there or not, or something. So this discovery, if you take an example, right? Let us take the knowledge. Suppose I wanted to go America. Let us take an America. America is there even before the Vasco da Gama is discovered or something. Even Columbus was discovered or something, right? So America is existed, it is there. But the knowledge, when the Columbus has traveled and came, then you are saying that this is an America or something. So which one is the first, existence or the knowledge here? Existence or knowledge? Existence. You feel that it is an existence because existence is already there, and we got that, and we have got the knowledge. But the thing is, only when you, let us take here, whenever I read, whenever I'm listening to the lectures, right? So I was learned so many Upanishads from. One is my thanks to my guru who introduced Aditya Rangan sir from my class. And the second one is that I heard so many things from Swami Sarvapriyananda. He says that when he went to the Harvard University, he wanted to see the business building, because that's the Harvard Business School is a very great one. Okay, he wanted to see. He was given in a dorms in an apartment, and he saw there, and he sits and he opened the door. Okay, he opens the door, and he's seeing one building daily. He's seeing one building from the window. Okay, so when he's seeing, but he has in his mind, he wanted to see that Harvard Business School. He's seeing some building in the Harvard. He don't know what it is exactly. So while he is going there, he asks, what is this building about? Then somebody said that, oh, this is the Harvard Business School. Then he understands that, oh, this is Harvard Business School. So here, what is coming? Knowledge or existence. That is there. But without your knowledge, you don't feel that it is existing. Right? So here, Upanishads are also came to that. The Brahman is already existing. The Atman is existing. Upanishads came to us to tell you that, like a person who is saying that this is Harvard School, right? Here, the Upanishads are coming that you are that Brahman. The Upanishads are coming to tell you that if you have that knowledge, then you feel that existence. Existence is there, but without knowing that, you are not feeling that the existence is already there within you, right? So the thing comes only when you know that knowledge. So these Upanishads are coming to you to tell you that what is that? You are that knowledge. You are that existence. That is where he is coming. Okay. Coming to that role of these Upanishads, or this Mandukya Upanishads, right? Mandukya Upanishads, before we start, there are so many 13 main principles of main Upanishads, and out of 10 Upanishads, Shankaracharya has written a commentary, and out of 10, the smallest Upanishads is Mandukya Upanishads, which is having the 12 verses. But why this is so important is, in Ramayana time, Hanuman asked Sri Rama, I wanted to get rid of all this sorrow and all. I want to go beyond this. So what is that I should do it? Then he says, just read the Mandukya Upanishad. Mandukya ekam kevala mumukshatvam vimaschate. That means if you read just the Mandukya Upanishad, you will get the liberation. That is what, if you seriously study only this Mandukya Upanishad, you will get that, you will be able to get that liberation, you will be able to get that moksha. That's what he says. So Mandukya Upanishad is that much important. It is having only the 12 things. Then Hanuman asked, if I don't understand after the Mandukya Upanishad, then what should I? Then read all 108 Upanishads. So that much important, this Mandukya Upanishad. That is the reason why I take up this first. Okay, let us study the first, what knowledge that he is trying to say. This one more before that, Shankaracharya, this was written, the commentary or the detailed text was written by the Gaudapadacharya. Gaudapadacharya is a Shankaracharya's guru's guru. Shankaracharya's guru was Govindapadacharya, and Govindapadacharya guru is Gaudapadacharya. He has written a very detailed 4 chapters of the text, that is a Mandukya Karaka. He has written, like, even though the Mandukya Upanishad is only the 12 verses, but Mandukya Karaka is having the 4 chapters complete text where you can learn more about all the things that is explained in the Mandukya Upanishads. So here the whole experience that we say is in this, we say that in general, we say that we are all the human beings came to this earth in order to have some experience, some spiritual experience we have to learn. That is what we feel it. But the thing is, we are all the spiritual beings came to earth to have some human experience. That is what this is also saying. We are not the human beings. We are the spiritual beings came to this earth in order to have some human experience. But we are forgetting that, and we are thinking that we are just the human beings and the God is separate. Somewhere he is there, and so if we get some good luck, we are saying that God has given good luck. If we get something bad, then God is creating all the why he is testing all the things we will commit. So that is what we always think, but that is not the case. Okay, we are all the spiritual beings which came to experience this human thing. We'll give before we go for the actual things, right? So how the pointing out how it is saying, right? So like I just told you that Swamis and this business school, the rope and the classical example, always in the spiritual science, you will be seeing that the rope and snake example, right? When you are going in the dark, there is a rope and people are thinking that it is a snake, and then they're getting fear. So unless somebody say, hey, come on, that is not the snake, that is a rope, then you are realizing you are actually getting that knowledge. These Upanishads came to us to tell what is our real nature. You are thinking that you are a human being. These Upanishads are coming and telling you that you are not a human being, you are a spiritual being. Okay, that's how it came. One more example I can give. We are all that. Here in this Upanishads, he talks about the 3 states actually. Before we go, right, I'll just give you some examples of it. Mandukya Upanishads is talking about the 3 states, that is Jagradavastha, that is waking state, and dream state, and deep sleep state. We are having the 3 different states: Jagrada, dream state, and deep sleep state. But these are 3 states. What they are saying is all the 3 states are not the real. All the 3 states are not the real is behind, that is the 4th state. So each people has given the different names. Some people say that is the self, Atman. Some people say that is a Turiya state. So that is the ultimate, the thing is the 4th state. In order to understand that one, right? So I'll give you an example of, suppose I have a chain which is made up of gold. I have a bangle which is made up of gold. I have an earring made up of a gold, let us say. So there are 3 ornaments here. This is a earring is a gold, chain is a gold, and my bangle is a gold. So where is the gold? If you say that, where is the gold? You're not talking this as you're talking this as a bangle, and you're talking this as a chain, and you're talking this as a earring, right? So where is the gold? Gold is lying with all the three, right? With all the three. So if the gold is not there, the ornament is not there. But without the ornament, the gold exists. Agree? Without the ornament, still the gold exists. But without the gold, the ornament is not existing. Same thing. We are existing with those. The dream state, waking state, and the deep sleep state is existing because there is a one state behind it. That's actually the pure God. That's the consciousness. So because that pure consciousness is existing, all the three states, we are experiencing it. Without that consciousness, these three are not there. Without the gold, no ornaments. If the gold is there, you can make it as a bangle. You can just make it again, melt it, and you can make it as a chain, or melt it, you can make it as a earring, and you can make it as tiara, or you can make it as something else also, whatever it is. But the ultimate underlying gold should be there. Underlying gold is our consciousness here. If you have that consciousness, sometimes you may be happy, enjoy your awakening state, all the worldly things you can enjoy. Sometimes you may go and enjoy the dream state, and the other time you may go into the deep sleep state and forget everything. So all the three states you are enjoying because the underlying consciousness is there. Because of that underlying consciousness only, we are actually, so here is the question. So when consciousness is a real, when the gold is a real, why do you want to have all this? Can you take that gold and keep it in your thing and enjoy it? You can't. You have to make it something, right? So when the consciousness is only there, why actually this dreaming state, waking up state, and why the deep sleep state? Why God has to create all the three states? And then again confuse us, and again let us go back to that consciousness, because we're all trying to go back again, right? So why we have to keep all the three states there? Here I'll just give you one story that I come across in this journey, right? There is, you all know that Chinmayananda Swami, who has put the Chinmaya missions everywhere, right? So he is learning this Upanishads in a from a very traditional guru in Himalayas called Tapovan Swami. Okay, when he is learning, he has got the same question: why Swami? Why these many states? Why God has created? Why he is confusing us? Why can't he just say that this is a pure consciousness and enjoy there? He didn't answer the question, and next day when he is doing that lecture, right? So he asked him, Chinmayananda Swami, go and get, I want water. He said, I just want water to drink. So this Swami went. He went, and because it's a Himalayas, right? He has to go to that where the water is pouring, and he went, and he just with a tumbler of water, he came back and he gave it to Swami. He said, he was very furious. He asked, what? What did I ask? What did you get it? You asked for water. Yes, I asked for water. But what did you get it? I asked for I got a glass of water. Why glass? I asked for water. So without that glass, you cannot bring that water to use it, right? So without these states, awakening, deep sleep, and dreaming, without these states, you cannot experience that consciousness. If you are in the pure consciousness, you cannot experience. How do you experience, right? You have to experience in order to do that. So all these states came. So I'm giving all these examples, the preamble, how the Upanishad is taking us to that pure consciousness. So we are in that awakening state. Like I'm teaching, you are all came, you were all connected to Zoom, and Lavanya is hosting. We are all listening to her the summary. So this is all our waking state. Okay, you are sleeping. In the sleeping, you got a dream. You got a dream that you went somewhere, you are tasting that. Is that really? So in the dream state, you are eating your favorite ice cream, and is that really the ice cream is there? No. But still you are feeling that because you are in the dreaming state. You are actually there. Dreaming you are there. And in the deep sleep state, you won't experience anything. You will forget about your senses. You'll forget about your dreams, but you'll sleep. But when you get up, what will you say? When you get up, what will say? So in the dream, I can say, oh, 2 to 3, I have a Upanishad class, I have to go. I'll say that is in the waking state. When I'm in dreaming, in the dream, I met you, I saw you, or I saw something. You say that in the dream state. In the deep sleep state also, after you coming back, hey, I slept like a baby. You know, you are saying that. So that means you are feeling, you are once you coming out, you are feeling that you are experiencing some deep sleep state. So who is that I in all the three? Who is that I in all the three? That is where we are going with the Upanishads. That's where we are going in. I'll give you one more story in order to know more, right? You know, Janaka Maharshi was very great emperor. Yes, that I is Atman. The I is Brahman. We have like so many names. I'll show you those names also. Okay. So Janaka Maharshi actually, he is a great emperor and he has all the things and all. Like one day he slept. Okay. He got a dream that somebody invaded his kingdom, and he was defeated by that king. And once he was brought into that king, whoever that won the king, right? So he said like, okay, because you are from that the king people, I don't kill you, but you are expelled from this kingdom. So he has to go. He is feeling so much hungry, so much thing and all. He is feeling. So he went to the he went to the next kingdom, or somebody is giving that some prasadam he is giving everybody. He literally went, he wants something. By the time that he went, everything is gone. But he still asks, I want something literally. I'm so much hungry. Then the entire thing, he just leftover, whatever the leftover, he put in some plate and gave it to him. So the moment he's trying to eat, some bird came and the entire thing followed. Means it hit and the entire thing followed. So he was literally like, oh my God, what I should do. He just fell down. And then he just fell down and he is literally saying that, oh, means he is feeling that as if in the dream, he is feeling that his kingdom was gone and he is hungry, everything. We are all experiencing that, right? So in that he's feeling, and he just in the shouting, in the dream, he started shouting, and because he is dreaming, right? So his people came and, oh, Raja, what happened? Why are you doing? Are you okay? Then he woke up. He woke up. For even if it is you or me, what will, oh, I got a bad dream. That's what we will say, right? But because he is a philosopher, Janaka, he started thinking, is that true or this true? Is that dream, whatever that we are doing, that I experience, is that true? Or now I'm a king and everybody is around me, is this true? He started contemplating. So everybody, whoever comes, is asking, is that true or is this true? Which one is the true? So everybody knowing that, okay, he is gone mad and he is not doing anything. He wanted to know the difference. Is that true or this true? So his Astavakra, you must have heard like Astavakra came, Guru. So he is asked, is that true or is this true? Because Astavakra knows what happened, why he is asking everything. So he asked, Raja, do you really, now you are experiencing, everybody is there, your ministers and everybody is there, you're experiencing, right? Yes, I'm experiencing. In the dream, you really experienced that hunger? Yes, I experienced. You really experienced that the loss of the kingdom? Yes, I experienced. So then, is that true or this true? He said, neither is true. This is not true, that is not true. The truth is different. So that is where these Upanishads are also coming. So whatever that we are having in the waking state is not true. Whatever we are dreaming is not true. Even in the deep sleep, you are just forgetting everything and you are doing, that is also not true. The truth is the pure consciousness. The pure is that Atman. The truth is that Brahman. That is where he is trying to tell. That is where, with all the examples, whatever that I have ascribed now, this is all is saying that what is the true nature? What is the true nature of ours? It is not the true nature. Whatever that we are doing in the awakening state, it is not the true. Whatever that we are dreaming is not the true. That's what he is trying to say. So now we can, with this introduction, I think we can jump into the Mandukya Upanishad. Now I have given enough examples or how what we call the three different things, right? So Mandukya means it's a frog in Sanskrit, basically. So that's why that name comes. I am not sure, so I don't have the complete knowledge. But Mandukya means the frog, and it is coming from the Atharvana Veda. The Mandukya Upanishad is from Atharvana Veda, and it is having a 12 verses. But whatever that Gaudapada has written, that is having the 4 khandas or 4 chapters, it was there. And all is talking about, it is the 3 states of the Jagrata, dreaming and deep sleep states. And the 4th state, he is also talking about that 4th state. What is that? Turiya Avastha, or a silence, or what, that state. Above all, the importance of the Om was given in the first 2 mantras in Mandukya Upanishad. First 2 mantras talks about Ayam Atman Brahman, and that is nothing but that Om. Ayam Atman Brahman is coming from this Upanishad, and also he has given that Om, importance of the Om in this particular Upanishads. Okay. It is the Om is a symbol. It is saying that it is a symbol of Supreme Self. It has a significance. It has a symbol. It is not only in the Mandukya Upanishad, it also talks in the Prasanna Upanishad, Mandukya Upanishad, Chandogya Upanishad, and Maitri Upanishads. All the Upanishads talks about the importance of the Omkara. Omkara is a representation of that Brahman. This morning only, while I'm talking with in my class, one of my friends is asking, how do we contemplate? Suppose if it is a Lord Krishna, Lord Rama, or Lord Shiva, you can contemplate, you can love. And if it is Omkara, how do I love it? How do I understand that it is that everything is the, but everything else is the Omkara. That's what these Upanishads are saying. Everything is coming from this Omkara only. Om is everywhere. Whether it is Supreme Lord, or whether it is you, me, or Atman, or everything is that how, and we will try to, whatever the knowledge that I understood, because this Omkara experience can only be taught those who experienced it literally fully, those who experienced that state, right? So I am also in the path of like experience, like sadhakas. I'm trying to experience this thing, but what I learned from the gurus or what I learned from the Upanishads, that only I can explain. Okay, the experience of the Omkara, once you go everywhere, that Omkara, only that is only in the deep meditation, whenever you are going, only in that target, only there only you can feel that Omkara experience. So that is that we all have to do it, right? So that vibrations or whatever you call, so that vibrations, you have to experience that. To experience that everything is Om. Every sound is Omkara, everything is Om, that you have to experience, then only you will be able to understand. You'll be able to understand then only. Okay. The next one is here, if you want to learn like more about that Omkara or the more about this God, we have one book, those who are interested in Enlightenment Without God. That is a Mandukya Upanishad or Mandukya Upanishad by Swami Rama. I was very fascinated to listen to his lectures. So he talks very authentically with the knowledge, and also you those who want it, you get the Enlightenment Without God in Mandukya Upanishad by Swami Rama. Okay, now we will see that first sutra. Now we will go to that Mandukya Upanishad, the first sutra. The first sutra, I'm not actually talking like mostly about this, what do you say, all the Sanskrit things. Here he'll say Om is the first one, is the first sutra talks about Om. Om and the whole thing, right? I'll just share the screen for you. Are you able to see the screen? Okay. Om idam aksharam idam sarvam tasyop. I don't want to read because I was not so proficient in the Sanskrit, but so this is our first sutra. What it is talking about. Om is the word. Om is the vibration. Om is the whole universe. All that is past, that is present, and all that is future indeed is Om. Whatever else there and beyond the threshold vision of the time is truly the Om. That is what he is talking about. Om is the word everywhere. It is the, that's what Om itam idam aksharam idam sarvam. It is the whole thing. Whole world is that Om only. Bhutam, Bhagavat and Bhavishyati. So it is there in the present, it is there in the past, and it is there in the future. Everything is the Sarvam Omkara Iva. Everything is the Om. This is what it is saying. There is the beyond the threshold, threefold vision of the time. That is the truly, that is called Om. Om is the imperishable one. Om is a cosmic vibration. Om is a substratum of substratum of all, that is not limited by the time, and it is not conditioned by time. It is everywhere. Om represents the name and form of the combination, and Om is universal, and it merges into the one. So Om is there everywhere. That is what it is talking about. Om is everything, everywhere. It is there in past, it is there in present, it is there in the future. The interpretation, if you take, right, A-U-M, Om, if you take, A represents the manifestation at the past, or the Brahma. The manifestation has already happened. So the Brahma, A represents the manifestation at the past, and U represents the substance or present or existence. So that is a U, whereas M represents the dissolution, the final dissolution back to the source, which is the future or the Lord Shiva. So this is Brahma, Vishnu, Maheswara, or the past, future, when the past, present, or future, all the things are represented by the Om. Om is that cosmic vibration. So how? So everywhere will come. Om is just the syllable. Om is just the sound. How come that will become whole the thing? That's what I said. So for that thing, you really need to have that kind of pranamam experience within you. Then only you feel that yes, Om is everything. So that experience we have to contemplate. We have to meditate. You have to go inside that Om. You have to love that Om. Then only you will get that mystic experience, mystic syllable experience, which shows that the whole world is the home, the whole world is sacred, and whole world is the home, the whole world is the pranavam. You will get to know that. So just repeat or contemplate on this. If you don't know anything, just repeat and contemplate on Om. Reciting the Om, recite the Om at least. So it is nothing but Ishvara. It is nothing but Brahma or Parabrahman. So it is the cosmic realization of individual self to that Parabrahman. From Atman to Paramatma, from Brahman to that Parabrahman. So it is it is the realization. That is what the first sutra of the Mandukya Upanishad says. It's giving everything else in this world, everything past, present, future, beyond time, beyond space, everything is the Om. That is what it is saying in the sutra number 1. And coming to the sutra number 2. Oh, sorry, I stopped it. Okay, sutra number 2. Here it is saying Sarvam Hetyad Brahman. Sarvam, Atman is the Brahman. Sarvam Hetyad Brahman. Everything is Brahman. So all this is indeed is Brahman. This Atman is Brahman. The same Atman has the 4 quarters. So everything is the Brahman. All that is the Brahman. Atman is the Brahman. Strong and revolutionary statement. The main theme of the most of the Upanishads, all the Upanishads is trying to say this only. The Atman is the Brahman. Whatever that you have within you is the God. So God is there. That Atman is omnipotent, omnipresent, omniscient. So that is what he's saying. Omnipresent Atman, analogous to the space. It's beyond the space. Total space cannot be divided into the bedroom space or living space or something like that. So this is a total space. This is a complete. So like we divided, you cannot divide this Atman. So the Atman is everywhere. And for 4 quarters, more in the senses of 4 quarters in a dollar bill, like not like the 4 legs of the animal, or not like the 4 functions of the Atman, the 4 stages of the self-conscience. Here it is saying it is divided into the 4 quarters. That 4 quarters are not like a dollar 4 quarters, are not like this thing. What he is saying is the four states that you are experiencing, 4 stages. He divided that into the 4 stages. That is waking state, dream state, dreamless, deep sleep state, and the 4th state. The 4th state, each one may call it as a different, right? Each one will maybe calling it as a different. That 4th state has these many names. See, in the screen you can see. The 4th state is prana, elements, gunas, tattvas, pada, objects of sense, worlds, gods, Vedas. Yeah, presentation mode, something is happening. That's why I didn't put it. Okay. Subtle, gross, processor, formless, time, quarters, topics of the discussion, universe, division, mind. So these are all the different things we will see. So what are the things? So these are all the states you can call, or you can say that in simple, coming to that, the 4th state is Turiya state, 4th state is Brahman, 4th state is pure consciousness. So these are all this is the 4th state. So he is talking about the 4 different states: Jagradavastha, Swapnavastha, and the deep sleep state, and the last one is the Turiya state. So these 4 states we are going to learn here. In the out of 12 sutras, first 2 sutras talks about Omkaram, and then from 3 to 7 sutras talks about the self-inquiry. He is talking about the self-inquiry. So inquire about yourself, inquire about what is that self, what is that Brahman within you. So that is the 4 to 7 sutras, and then they talks about how this is related with the Omkara again. So that from 8 to 12 they talk about. So with this, we will complete this in the Mandukya Upanishads. I don't know whether I can complete all the 4 or not, but at least we will try to see 2 states now today. What are the things? So here the 3rd sutra says Jagradavastha. He is taking about this Jagradavastha. Okay, first in waking state. This is the first is the waking state or the gross state. Gross means here it is a stula. Don't take the gross in an American sense or in English sense. Here the gross body means it's a physical body. It's a stula sense. Okay, that is the waking state. The first aspect of Atman is the self is in a waking state. That we all know. We are all experiencing it, right? Whatever the state we are in, we are all experiencing. That is the waking state. That is the Vaishvanara. That state is also called the Vaishvanara. That is the first state. In the first state, the consciousness is turned towards outside the world. We are opening our eyes. We are just seeing the entire world. So that state is the Vaishvanara, and we are in that physical state through 7 instruments. Through 7 instruments, we are seeing the world with the 7 instruments and 19 channels. 19 mouths we are experiencing. We call it as 19 mouths. We call it so I have only 1 mouth. You are saying 19. We will see what are those 19 mouths. Okay. We are experiencing the world with the 19 different parts of our body. Okay. And 7 channels. So that he is talking about in the first one. It experiences the gross objects in the phenomenal world. So with the 7 instruments and with the 19 channels and 7 instruments, we are experiencing this world. That state is called Vaishvanara. The whole sphere is in the waking state. When you are in the waking state, you are able to see all the external objects. This Vaishvanara, who is that actually? As I told you, I am doing it, I am eating it, I am teaching it, I am listening it, I am dreaming it. I slept like a baby in the dream sleep. Who is that I? That I is nothing but that cosmic person within us. That cosmic person. The I is that the name was given here is the Vaishvanara, right? So here that I is the cosmic person name. In this particular state, it was given. So each state that name could be different. All animate objects are combinations of 3 gunas like Sattva guna, Rajo guna, Tamo guna. All those gunas we are experiencing in this particular state because we are experiencing that. We are external world. We are contact with the external world. So we are experiencing all the 3 gunas. We are looking this world with the 5 sheets, that physical, vital, mental, intellectual, and blissful. That 5 sheaths of the body, we are experiencing that. Awareness of the world with the perception and cognition. We are aware, we are just actually experiencing, this is my friend, she is a very good friend. Oh, she is not good. So all the good, bad, all the Dvaita, Advaita, everything, like whatever you are experiencing in this external world, you are experiencing in this particular state, awareness state. The 7 limbs represents the limbs of the cosmic man. The 7 limbs that he is talking, right? Here he says in this, if you see this, do it. Here, this is a 19 thing, and here Jagrata, Sapna, Bhavishatu, Prajagnata, Vaishwanarapada. Here it is saying 7 limbs as well as 19 parts. So that we will come across here. 7 limbs of the cosmic body. What is that 7 limbs? What are the 7 limbs of that cosmic person? The 7 limbs are the heavens are in the head. Heavens are in head. Okay, here he has written. So heavens are in head. The sun is in eyes. The air is in the breath. The fire is in the heart. Water is in the stomach. And the earth is the feet. And the space is the body. These are the 7 limbs. Heavens are in head. Sun is in the eyes. Air is in your breath, and fire is in the heart, and water is the stomach, and earth is his feet, and space is his body. These are the 7 limbs. Through 7 limbs of that cosmic person, he is experiencing it with the 19 mouths. What are the 19 mouths? You know this mouth, right? So what are the other mouths? The 5 organs of the perception. The 5 organs of perceptions are 19 mouths are ear, skin, eyes, tongue, and nose. This you know, the Gnanendriya, right? So these are the 5. Then 5 Karmendriya. What are the things? Vocal cords, hands, feet, reproductive and excretory organs. These are the 5 organs. That's Karmendriya. And then 5 living breath. Breath is not the one. There are 5. While you are doing puja, you must have Om Pranaya Swaha, Om Udanaya Swaha, something like that you are doing, right? So those are the 5 pranas. That is prana, apana, udana, samana, vyana. So to go into deeper is again another question, another class. So I'm just going. So doing one helps your breath, the upper portion, one helps your lower portion, one helps the entire body, one helps where when you die, to separate from the prana from your body, so that helps the udana. So all these are the five types of the breaths: the forward, downward, upward, balancing, and upward aids. That's afterwards. So all these are the 5 pranas. And the next comes to your mind. Mind is the 4th thing, right? One is manas, intellect, ego, ahankara. That's I am doing, I kind of thing, and the consciousness, that is chitta. So these are all the 2 collectively called as antakarana, whatever the antakarana, the inner instrument, right? So that is called that. So the mind is divided into manas, buddhi, ahankara, and chitta. So these are the 4. So altogether, is it a 19 now? 5 plus 5, 15 plus 4, 19. So because of this, why this is also called, because if the ego is not there, so like Buddha, somebody when somebody did say something on him, he says, okay, I'm giving it back, and he went. But if somebody is saying something, some bad to us, we will take. How can she talk like that? How can she say that to me? So that means that ahankara is coming, that ego is coming within us. We are not using that the buddhi or. So if you are using, okay, she said that, it is her perception. I am not that. You can go. So even if 10 people are there, even if some 7 or 8 people are talking very whatever is for, and one person talking something bad, then your mind is concentrating there only. You are not taking all the other 8 people, because you are that ego. We are all doing that. We are centric to our ego. We are not actually going to our beyond that ego. So that is why ego is also the part. If the ego is not there, if the ego is right in the right portion, then you won't say that, okay, if she says, that's up to her perception, that's his perception. You will leave and you will go. So we are perceiving this entire world with these 19 mouths. 7. So in 19 months, whatever we are doing is with all these 7, with the breath, with the heart, with the stomach, with everything, we are actually conceiving all the things. So now you got it, the first sutra, what he is trying to say. So that is about the first sutra, in the sense third sutra, but first state. He is talking about the first state of it. Okay. Here I'll give you an example. Not it's not here, it's in the state. So here I'll give you example. The waking state, how actually we are doing it. Suppose, let us say you are actually watching a movie. Okay. Watching a movie. So when you say that, what is that actually the real thing is there? So, or what is that? So when you say that, let us say that the Mahabharata is movie is coming up, and is that the Krishna is in the movie I'm talking about? I'm not talking about original Krishna. In the movie, the screen is playing. So what is that real thing is there? What is that in the, whenever the movie is going on, what is that real thing is there? So if you say that, if you ask anybody, oh, what are you seeing? Krishna. What are you seeing? Arjuna. What are you seeing? Chariot. What are you seeing? Other people. No, beyond that. No, beyond that. If you go, what are the things that it is there? What is there in the movie? What is there in the beyond that? Can anyone tell the chart? Some movie is playing. What is there beyond that? Because I took it as a thing, right? I took as a the Krishna or this one, because we all know that creativity. So creativity was also created by somebody. Yes, creativity is one answer, but that's not the right. What is there? There exactly what is there? Okay, I'll expand this. So in that theater, today, the Sri Krishna Rayabaram or whatever the Sri Krishna movie was there. Tomorrow there is some horror movie is playing, and there is some volcano. All the fires are there, and everything is okay. There is so much disruption happened. So what is there? What it is showing? What is that it is showing? In the movie theater, what is that showing? Action. The action, what it is showing? Action, like, okay, through what you are seeing that action? Through what you are seeing that action? Through what you are seeing Krishna? Through what you are seeing that war in the theater? So that is also gone. Tomorrow some love story came. So some hero, heroine that came. The screen. Yes, the screen is there. The screen is the one which is showing you that. It is showing, whenever you are playing the Sri Krishna thing, it is showing you that. And whenever you are showing that some horror movie, it is showing you that. Because there is a volcano, is the screen got burnt? No, right? Because there is some floods are there, is the screen got wet? No. Because there is a love story, is the screen is feeling so emotional about it? No. Because the Sri Krishna is there, because is that screen is actually listening to the Sri Krishna, whatever that he is saying in the thing? No. But screen is unchanged. Screen is unchanged. The movie is playing. It is not, without the screen, you can't play this. You can't play any movie. Without screen, you can't play any movie. But the screen is not touched by any of these things. Screen is not touched by any of the emotions. Similarly, we, the conscious, similarly, we are the consciousness. We are experiencing this awakening state. We are experiencing this human, all the things. Today, I'm so happy because I got some lottery of $1 million. I'm so happy. But with the thing within you, the consciousness is calm. It is not experiencing. You are feeling that because it was untouched by these things. You lost something. You lost some loved ones. You are so sad. But again, this Atman was untouched by these things because it knows you came here just for a drama. You came here to experience some of the things. It knows. So because this Atman or the Brahman within you is untouched by all these things. Like a screen, which is not untouched by it is not getting wet when there is a flood in the movie. It is not getting burnt when there is a volcano or when there is a fire in the movie. It is not getting emotional when there is a romantic scene in the movie. It is not touched by any of these things. any of those feelings, any of the things. Similarly, same wise, the consciousness, the pure consciousness, the Brahman that it is there, is untouched by any of these feelings or emotions. Nothing actually is going to work out. You can just simply experience and go. Like screen, you are experiencing. So it is playing, whatever it is coming, it is just playing and going. We are watching and going up. We are, it is not. Similarly, our consciousness won't experience it. It is a ultimate, the Brahman is just simply, it is sitting there. It came for an experience and it will go. So you have to take the world as like that. Whatever in the awakening state, whatever you are experiencing, you are just doing it in externally. That's all that you are doing. So you need not feel that the consciousness is not going to affect us. So do not worry about that thing. So yeah, with our thing was stopped. I'll stop here because I just wanted to take an hour and I don't want to pose all the things at one go. I am not in a hurry to finish that. Okay, I have to finish in this class or anything. So we completed only the 3 sutras. First 2 sutras are talking about Om, and third sutra is talking about the awakening state. What are the things? So here we talked about 7 channels and 19 mouths. We talked about what are those 7 limbs of that cosmic body we talked about, as well as 19 mouths of the 19 mouths of that cosmic body we talked about. So with this, I'll stop and open for the questions.
Thank you, Prasanna Garu, for the wonderful session. So it's like eye-opening for us. Like I mean, for me, it's like an eye-opening because like I haven't gone through about any of these Upanishads, and it's like quite interesting for me to know all these facts. With that, let me just, friends, please do raise your hands, or you can put your questions into the chat, however you feel comfortable. So if you have any questions, please let us know. Any feedback or comments, everything is fine.
Yeah, if I go very fast or anything, it'll let me know so that I can.
Yeah, Rajini ma'am. Yeah, ma'am, you can go ahead.
Hello, Prasanna.
Yeah,
yeah.
Go ahead,
know that we know, while we are studying, we know that we are just the screen. We're not all these, but yet the same time, we do experience these emotions. It takes a lot of practice, I think, to get to that state where the Buddhas, somebody were scolding him on the way when he was going to preach some class.
Yes.
And Buddha said, he listened for a while, for half an hour or something, whatever they're scolding, without any untouched, without any emotions. And he said, I have to go because I have a class to teach. I'll come back in the evening and we'll continue this, whatever that scolding session. So to get to that level, it takes a lot of practice. I think meditation, a lot of eating sattvic food, and so many different things at the same time we have to practice before we actually start experiencing that, I feel. I just want to share that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Very good explanation, Prasanna, about the 19 mouths. It might be maybe most of them have heard for the first time. So thank you for sharing your knowledge.
Thank you. Thank you, Sneha.
Thank you, Sneha. We've got quite feedbacks here. Very deep knowledge of Upanishads. It's great example to relate and understand about consciousness. Thanks for sharing this wealth of knowledge. This knowledge is not mainstream. Yes. It's a very hard topic to deliver and make others understand, especially for people like us who has no knowledge about Upanishads.
I'll answer that last question that MS asked. Usually he gives a question there where I need a detailed explanation. Is consciousness is very close to awakening or just contemplating, or is there a relation between there is that is explained in Upanishads? Like I showed an example, like I gave an example, right? It is showing you that this is like that Swami's case that I showed. He's seeing every day. Whenever he's opening that window, he's seeing every day one building, but he doesn't know that that is the Harvard Business School. Okay, only when somebody come and say that this is the Harvard Business School, this is Harvard Business School. Same thing here. We have that Atman, we have that Brahman inside us. Only thing is, once you understand that, once you contemplate or once you experience that, what you understand, this I already have from the long back. I have it. Only thing is, you don't understand. So he is seeing the building every day, but he don't know that is the Harvard Business School. Similarly, we have that Atman within us. We have that Brahman within us. We don't know that Brahman. We don't know that it is the Brahman. We know that is the thing. So you must have felt like whenever you do some selfless act, without any selfish motives, you do some act, you feel some kind of happiness, that is beyond the happiness that you will get when you buy something or when you wear something or not. It's a beyond something. That's a bliss. You will feel it, right? So you can feel that kind of Brahman, right? So that again, as I told you, right, I didn't experience that Brahman at Aham Brahmasmi state. I'm trying to go there. We are like you all. I am also in the path of that sadhana only. So maybe those who experienced, they may say, but what I heard from the gurus are enlightened gurus are, what you feel it after enlightening is, this is what it is. We already have it. That's what we feel. It is not that, I invented something like that. So it is only that ignorance part was removed. With this knowledge, Upanishads are showing you the way, showing that this is Atman, this is Brahman. So these Upanishads are showing you that the way, it is removing your ignorance and it is showing real you. We are not actually knowing real us. If we are thinking that I am Prasanna, I am something, Lavanya or something, and I did this, this is not me. This is not we actually. What is that? One more thing I told you, right? We are all human beings we think that we are human beings and with the spiritual experience we came for, but we are all spiritual beings, not beings. We are all spiritual being. Only one. We are all one. Spiritual being came for human experience in a different forms. Okay. Hope that answers your question, MS.
There is a question like, what is exact definition of Upanishad?
I told you in the first class itself. Upa means near. Okay, sit near. Shad near, sit near. Where Upanishad literal meaning is sitting near. Upanishad is the sitting near. Where you have to sit the near to your knowledge. That guru is the knowledge. Upanishad is sitting near that knowledge and learning. That is Upanishad.
Very beautiful to hear that whole universe is that Om word. So in meditation, Prasanna, so do we, is it the reason we go and do meditation so that we can connect to the soul? Is that the consciousness or?
We wanted to stop our distractions of the mind, right? That's where once you stop your distractions of the mind, purified mind should be purified and you should stop the distractions. Then you can go to that jnana and see what it is. Suppose after this class, I have to go and run. While I'm running, I'm listening to this. You will not be able to get it right. Only that when you stop all the cessations of your mind, then only you will be able to, your ignorance will be removed from your mind. That's what it is.
But even in the deep state of sleep, we will not have these kind of all questions, isn't it? So is it not related, I mean, to the same as the meditation? Because your sleep, you do not have any kind of thoughts. What is the purpose of, the sleeping, sitting and doing meditation, or like, is it sleeping? Can both be compared and say, like...
I'm not able to hear you.
You're not able to hear me? Is it audible?
Hello.
Is it
Are you able
audible?
to hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me what it is.
So the sleep state, that is, we are in a deep sleep. So there we do not have kind of our mind interpretations or any kind of mind thoughts. So how is the difference with the meditation? So why do one need to meditate? Or otherwise you can just go and sleep instead of meditating, right? Let's say, why should we meditate?
No, apart from this Upanishads, I can say that why we have to do meditation versus the deep sleep. So here, while we are doing, our senses are open, right? We are actually conceiving this world with all the 19 mouths and 7 limbs and all. Okay. While you are in the dreaming, your senses were shut off. That will come to the 4th sutra. Your senses were shut off, but your mind is active. That is why you are going to the dreams and doing all the things. Okay, that's the reason. And the 3rd state is you are trying to shut off the mind also there. Okay, so you are going to the deep sleep state where you don't know anything. Okay, you don't know anything. You are just going totally with the cessation of the mind, and you are just experiencing and getting it. But why that meditation? But in the meditation, what we are doing, we are actually with the awareness, we are doing the meditation. There you are shutting off your mind, senses and everything. While you are doing in the meditation, with awareness, you are sitting, with awareness, you are actually shutting your thoughts. There, without awareness, you are shutting your thoughts. You are not aware that you are actually shutting off your thoughts. Suppose you go and do the hard work, or you do 2-3 hours of gym and then come and sleep, you sleep like a baby. Right, because you are shutting off. You got physically exhausted, and you shut off, and you are doing it. But whereas meditation, you are in the awareness. You are actually able to. The moment you open the door, even in the sleep, if you open, but the thing is, you don't know. But here in the meditation, what will happen is, I told you, the pure consciousness is there entirely, not only within us. It is there in the space everywhere. The consciousness is there. The cosmic energy is there everywhere. Okay. Just yesterday only, I'm talking, I'm just giving you the knower, thinker, and that state, the states, right? So the knower state, the intellectual thoughts will open up from the head, whereas all other thoughts, sexual, emotional, elemental thoughts, there are 4 kinds of thoughts: sexual, elemental, and emotional thoughts. And the 5th one is intellectual thought. 4th one is intellectual thoughts. These 3 thoughts comes from kidneys, adrenals, heart, all those things, it will come. Whereas your intellectual thoughts come from head. When the head is open, it will enter, either within or when the head is open. So those intellectual thoughts will open, or those head will be open. Your sahasrara will be open when you are in the meditation, not that when you are sleeping like a baby. Because that cosmic energy can enter. That's why in the meditation, the most important thing is your spine erect. You should just, that's how the cosmic energy can enter into. Whether you are doing in this Chinmaya mudra, or all that thing is, it helps. I'm not saying that is not going to help. They helps. Each mudra is having its own thing. But more than above all, your spine should be erect, and then the cosmic energy can flow through your head opening. Only the human being, we are only the one persons who can keep our spine erect. No other thing. Everybody is in the parallel to the earth, right? Every other animal or anything. Only we are only having that. We can receive that Brahman knowledge, that Atman knowledge is having only capacity to human being. So when you awareness, when you sleep, when you are in the meditation, in this super consciousness, the cosmic energy can enter into your head, and then that awakens your consciousness. You are consciously meditating. You are not unconsciously meditating. Deep sleep is unconscious. Consciousness is there, but you are not conscious about your consciousness. You are unconscious about your consciousness. Whereas in the meditation, you are conscious about your consciousness. You got it?
Yes. So
I know still the question mark is there, but I'll try to explain. Maybe after 12 sutras, you'll get something. Okay.
sure,
Can I
sure.
add something? Just 1 minute, Prasanna?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah. When I meditate with a peaceful mind, nothing happening, very calm and very peaceful, then I get connect to the universe. I feel like I don't feel my body. It's all merged into the universe. It's like you are in a flood in a water or something. Sometimes I can see what is in front of me, just the air, but it's not seeing, it's the feeling. You are just merged into, like if you take a piece of cloth, you are one of the thread in there. That's it. So I don't exist in there. It's the whole universe I can experience. That far I went. Sometimes when I'm very peaceful, nothing is bothering and no stress, I can get to that state. So I'm just sharing my experience. So it's so blissful to be in that state. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can say one more example, right? Well, I'm talking. Vara, I heard your comment. Lavanya, I remember that we'll answer in the next class because I need a lot of explanation. When we are spiritual beings, why to experience human life or a state? This question we'll answer in the next class. Okay. In the meditation, when you are there, some of you must have experienced, like you saw the Lord Krishna, if you are actually contemplating on him, Lord Shiva or Sai Baba or whoever it is. You are able to experience that kind of thing. That's a mystic experience.
Mm.
That kind of mystic experiences you can do in a meditation, like what Rajni is explaining. She feels that she is not no more anymore. She is there in the universe, a particle in the universe. That kind of experience you can do in the meditation. Especially, I experience that kind of mystic experiences if you do that in the morning hours where your mind is already calm when you are meditating, right? So when I did some inner journey in the 4 to 6 in the morning early hours, I got like so many. Other times when you meditate, you are trying to calm down your mind and you feel that, oh, good, I got some energy kind of thing. But if you try to do that in the early morning hours in our own time zone, try to do that one, then you'll get that mystic experiences, actually experience with consciousness, pure consciousness. So these are all that Brahman you can experience. So even for the mystics also, this mystical experience is not the permanent. It comes and it goes. In order to do it, you have to go again and again, then only.
Thank you, Prasanna. Thank you so much. Because I wanted to know from the terms of Upanishads and so things, because these are the questions which comes across. To explain to other people, it's to know the beneath the underlying knowledge. It's good. So that's the reason I'm asking, so that it would be explained.
Yeah, someone asked why this base knowledge was not given. Really, even I wonder why this base knowledge was not given as a kids in our schools itself, because we are all Indians and this knowledge was from our own country. If some other country people don't know, that's a different story. But being Indians, why that this knowledge did not come to the mainstream? It is not about any ritual or anything, right? It is not that you have to do this way, that way. So you have logic for everything. Logically it is explained. So if it was introduced, definitely we would have think in a very great way. We don't take everything into because we know how to conduct our life. Like I said, when there are people, when 10 people are saying something, 9 people are positive, 1 people are negative, you always go on that why Asia. When you understand that I am not that, why I am worrying? So that kind of knowledge it will give you. The Upanishads will give you like how to conduct your life. So then you will be able to understand, right? So we were given like Romeo, Juliet, that non-tale, this non-tale, so many things, even stitchings, knittings, all the things. But I really wonder like why we have to come to 40s to learn all the knowledge. It is, we can learn early, and we would have wasted so much time on so many other things, right? So it's a better, hope somebody will bring this knowledge to the mainstream.
Hopefully, Prasanna. Yeah.
Thank you, Prasanna. Very, understood very well this Upanishad. Thank you so much. It helps us because it's
Thank
our
you.
subject. So
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, with that intention only I started with Lavanya, because anyway I can prepare for myself also for my university exams. But once I started, I couldn't just prepare for the exams kind of thing. I wanted to know, go deeper, explain more, actually dig into it more. So that's why I'm taking my own time to explain the things. Otherwise I can explain this 12 in 1 hour done, but that might not help you or help me, right? So we have to contemplate each and everything. Thank you.
Very
Thank you
good
all.
session. Yeah, thank you, Prasanna.
Yeah, very beautiful session, Prasanna. Thank you so much. You're explaining in detail.
Thank you, Shri.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Prasanna Garu, for your time and efforts. I appreciate all your time and efforts, sincerely, because we could not get this from any kind of books. So we need someone to guide us and to know more about this. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Welcome.
So do you want me to end the session here, Prasanna Garu?
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Thank you all.